Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready. Mike 51. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Slat. 80 weapons. Go. Shoot.
First and 10, Stick. Hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On second down, it's Stick. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. So third and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 50. Topper.
On second down, Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. From the 31, Carr got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Watch safety 3. Who draw quarter?
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Chargers 0.
Watch the run. We're good.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day.
Here's Carr to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Gordon. And an alley to run. A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive?
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Carr going to throw. This is caught by Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Stick, eluding the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stick looks to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Stick. And an alley to run. And he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He had gained really good good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. 4 down. Switch. Undercut.
Shotgun now for Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Raider 9. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
6-18.
From the gun, it's Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one? That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check. First down.
Now Gordon on first down. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Flush to his right. Benjamin's got it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Stick looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On 3rd down, it's Stick. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Running the toss here to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
You. Watch twist.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Jackson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, Jacobs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 42.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You're mine.
Now this time, Carl throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball. 2 times.
From the gun, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun throw for Stick, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Carlson on for the PAT. They will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
In your face.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check 31, check 31.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Raider 2.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Slam. You draw Corker.
On second and 10, it's Stick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Jacobs, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check. Shoot. Watch.
Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
Stick back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Flushed out right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, here's Stick, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Brings up 3rd down.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Oakland, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.